The number one question people ask me when I see them, oh, you work at 97? What's Mike really like?
Yeah.
What's Valenti really like?
That's what I asked Sullivan when he was here.
I said he's pretty much the same. He says on the air he doesn't like people.
Yeah.
I mean, and there were times where like, I like invite him to the girls' bat mitzvah. He didn't go. He did. That's okay. He is who he is. It's like everybody always says, he's not a Detroiter, all that kind of stuff. But that's who he is. And yeah, would he be more beloved if he liked the Detroit teams? Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Let's do a bonus speed round on Mike Valenti. The honest question for you.
Yeah.
Who had the greater peak? Mike Valenti at whatever his peak was, whether you say it's now or 2 years ago, or Stoney and Wojo at their peak? Who was the bigger, more important show in the moment?
Wow. See, there's so many different circumstances for why I would say Valenti.
It's apples to oranges because of the FM power behind
Here's
it.
the other thing is, and it wasn't Mike's fault, if 2006, if the Tigers all of a sudden don't catch lightning out of nowhere, and they were still on AM.
Yep.
That format was done. They were done. They were bailing.
They were struggling.
No, they were. Yeah. I know for a fact they were done. And the Tigers got hot. People started listening. Mike and Terry were very good.
Yep.
And then they went FM, and to a certain extent, I got a little lazy. We got a little stale to a certain extent, and they capitalized. And if you're going to go rating points, yeah, Valenti at his prime is probably better. But I think as a cult thing, when we did the Field of 64s early on and all that stuff, I mean, everybody was just talking about us all the time. So I think it's pretty close.
You guys had CDs out. You guys were in the community a lot more.
Well, here's the other thing that is, and Mike would have been great for this too, because when we were in our heyday, it wasn't as corporate. I mean, corporate radio, I mean, when we started DFN, we were owned by Shamrock, which was like a subsidiary of Disney, not Walt Disney, just another company called Disney. And then I think
the other Disney, who knew there was?
Roy Disney was his name, I think. Then we went from Shamrock to Chancellor to AM FM, which was Evergreen, and then we went to Clear Channel. I mean, we had like 5 owners at DFN. And at Clear Channel is when really things started getting bad. I mean, forgetting the fact that we got canned. And then at 97.1, which was much more professional, well run, But they were, CBS. They were more corporate, so they were better, but they weren't as much fun.
And that's fair.
I mean, when we started at DFN, we were basically a college radio station.
Yes,
we could do basically whatever the fuck we wanted.
Yep.
Nobody cared. I mean, we did parody songs. We shit on everybody, and it was great. And even though, like the Red Wings during their glory days, they were on JR, the players would listen to Art, and the Lions stuff would listen to the Henson and Art after Lions. I mean, it was incredible. So, but if that was on FM then, and we begged. Even in the early Clear Channel days, and it was Dave Pugh, who was Dan Patrick's older brother, I think it's his older brother, who was our market manager. He went to the higher-ups and begged to put us on 106.7, and they said no. And who knows what would happen if
big whiff on that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, look, we all had, I believe, I'll say this, and no apologies, the haters won't like it, but in sports talk radio, Mike Valenti is by far the most talented guy we've ever had. By far.
I agree. Yeah, I think he is.
He is.
He's resonated for a reason.
And even if you're a Michigan fan, if you despise him, he basically, for the most part, I still think they go overboard and he, trolls the trolls, so to speak, which I think sometimes I have to turn it off. But he's the most talented. He's prepared. he knows his shit more than anybody.
He gives the middle finger to his bosses on the air, which is like the Howard Stern level power, where I'm going to go on the air and make fun of how cheap my bosses are. Right, and like there's no repercussions at all.
He's the best. Yeah. He really is.
Yeah, best
and
ever.
People who are watching this are going to sit there and say, "Oh, you're sucking." No. He is so good.
Hey, buddy, thanks for watching. For more stuff, follow @Spiro Avenue on our socials and all that jazz.